Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video. And well, I'm on a roll kind of. I guess this is the third video within 3 days, and well, this time it's an unboxing again, so watch out for this. An envelope coming in from Italy, from the AUT Records label, which have sent me a lot of stuff, and this is the envelope that survived actually. I don't know if you've seen my Instagram. If you haven't, well, go follow me. It's down in the doobly-doo somewhere. I had a package coming in from Canada, actually, from the Riparian Arts and Media thing, which have sent me quite a lot of music, like, well, neoclassical and like that kind of music from Canada, which I've reviewed on my website, Nightstyles.de, and I found that this parcel had not only been like put forcefully into my post box, it was too high to fit in, but also seemingly forcefully banned beforehand. So out of the 6 CDs that were sitting in there, 4 were like bent or broken, like broken into small pieces, and the whole thing was totally ripped apart. And I'm quite pissed because I don't think that this is due to the postman being inconsiderate, but to someone else actually, and I'm pretty exactly sure who it was, but I cannot prove that. So we'll see how that goes. But this one fortunately seems to have survived, and there has been another packet from AUT Records, which was not so lucky a few months ago. So this video of the 1 CD that got away will be linked in the end card. Have a look for that, watch that, because things. But this one comes with a quite interesting envelope as well, because there are all the measurements on there. I haven't seen those before, but it's quite a neat idea to have the actual like dimensions of an envelope and what fits in there printed somewhere where you can see that. And as you can see, I've peeked inside a little, but I cannot tell you exactly what I got here. But I got 2 CDs, which are coming in shrink wrap once again. So let's open those up quickly, because well, shrink wrap and the glare and stuff, not really a good combination, I guess. And yeah, today once again I'm on a deep dive into records I haven't like listened to yet from that collection of Sascha Müller and from other sources I'm taking over. And well, I found out that I listened to a Pointer Sisters album today, which I knew from by name, but I hadn't like any idea. I put them somewhere in the disco category, but I found that album to be quite country-esque kind of in a way. So that was interesting, and I decided to keep that. But another album that had quite a few interesting things on there, which I don't have in my collection. Actually, there was like one like album from the 70s, which was called Black Music, that had Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix on there, which is a track I was kind of aware of and I really liked, turned out, but the entirety of the other album was so annoying and so vintage and so like old school and dusted. I could not like bear it kind of to keep that. So for like, I had like Why Can't We Live Together by Timmy Thomas, which I have as a 12-inch, and 1 or 2 other things that I found. Well, if those had been on 7 inches, I would have kept them. But the album in an entirety, which was like 22 tracks, about an hour of runtime on an old vinyl, which sounded astoundingly good, but it sounded like an old radio program from the late 80s with music that was in Germany was called oldies back then. So in its entirety, not my thing, but the Pointer Sisters thing I kept, and I was quite surprised by that actually. Not that I will start to listen to this like over and over again, but this is a kind of like, there might come a time where I like that. So but now go back to the AUT Records thing, which seemed to have released something from China actually. Here is a promo sheet. And this is Mouse, a Fat Cat and Drunk Mouse in Zero Gravity, which is a title I totally love, and probably refers to the album artwork by, and I'm gonna butcher that like in full, like Hui-chun and Masahiko Ueji. Masahiko sounds more like Japanese to me. With Hui-chun I'm not too sure. Which are like on cello and piano respectively, so this seems to be a deeply neoclassical album maybe, which has like 12 tracks on it and runs for like more than 75 minutes, so an extended album. This is the second collaborative album by them, 10 years after their debut Fat Cat and Drunk Mouse, so is this like a take on what they did previously, not only in the title but also musically. Recordings are rooted in free improvisation, at times shaped by compositional frameworks, long before the idea of a space narrative took form. Okay, the pieces were titled after they were recorded, so that's an interesting approach, I guess. When I used to go into the studio with Sasha Miller, oftentimes I had a title in mind, and then with the title came the idea or a project name or something like that. But this is an interesting trip actually, with also titles that refer to space themes. What Félichette saw there, a small step for a fat cat, one giant leap for a drunk mouse. So we all know what this is referring to. The fake space shuttle got stolen. Gagarin shows the signal and the position of a predator. Rondo of the gas giant. The wow signal. The first vodka in the outside the solar system, and stuff like that. So those are titles I really like, and the artwork is definitely living up to that. This would be a great painting or poster to have on the wall actually. So here's what that looks like. Fat cat and drunk mouse in zero gravity. We got a CD artwork and a full track list here. Yeah, and this is definitely a super lovely artwork. So this should be the video thumbnail. And I've read or saw in some YouTube related videos that the kind of DIY low quality broadcast yourself approach on YouTube is coming back. So I hope for this to be true for my channel as well. So this is the thing, and also this has been released on October 1st. The upcoming album here is released on October 15th, AUT Records 135. Also comes with a press info, press sheet of course. It's a trio actually, led by Agnello Perduto, Senye Semi actually, soprano saxophone, tenor saxophone, drums and objects. With Agnello Perduto is not a part of the musicians. So does that mean that Agnello Perduto is like a title for a group? Maybe. So we have like soprano saxophone, tenor saxophone, drums and objects, as I said. This has this is I guess a thing that has been done by Roberto Di Blasio as a solo project first, and then evolved into a trio thing, which presents a bold exploration of composed music built around concise repeating themes that unlock the timbral richness of their instruments, fluidly shifting between contrasting moods and stuff, crafting a sound shape that is at once vivid and hallucinatory. This is interesting. A lot of Italian titles on here, which I am not trying to pronounce, but the track length varies between like 34 seconds and about 6 minutes. So we have like a wide range of things. So the smaller or like shorter ones might be more improvised, and the longer might be probably more fully composed. The artwork is rather trippy. Why does Hieronymus Bosch come to mind? For me, I am not like an art guy in terms of knowing much about classical or classic and contemporary art. So, but this is, I don't know why, but this screams Hieronymus Bosch to me without even knowing what kind of stuff he had done, like in terms of painting and art. But we'll see, we'll find out, I guess, because I'm gonna look Hieronymus Bosch up like later on. So here's the full track list. Hope you can read that with the like bright ring light here. And those are gonna be reviewed, of course, on my website nightstyles.de within a few days. Interestingly, over the course of the past month, there was one, or like past few months, I guess, there was 1 month where the website had like 200,000 like visitors out of nowhere. Well, usually we have about like 500,000 to like 600,000 a year, but having like a 6-figure number of visitors within like a month is like, well, unprecedented. And it was like, oh, where does this come from? But this is like, seems to have been a major peak, but now it's going down again. But still interesting how those things evolve and come together. But now let me go into editing mode. It's on a Saturday evening, 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna upload this quickly, I guess, edit this quickly, and come back with another one like in a few days, probably, depending on what kind of promos flow in or what kind of ideas I have. So Baze Junkie out for now. See you in the next one.